Hello, welcome to MHA Digital Communities. I'm Abby, I'm your yoga teacher today, and today's session will be going through some spinal movements. So before we get going, just make sure you've got plenty of room around you, grab yourself a chair, comfortable chair to sit in, and let's get started. So once you've got your chair, make sure you just sort of perch on the edge of it, just so that you're not leaning back against the back of the chair, just so we can have nice tall spine as we move through our practice. Thinking of feet flat to the floor with just feet about hip width, so there's a small gap in between your feet, so we can sit nice and tall with the shoulders nice and relaxed. So as we're sitting up tall, relaxing the shoulders, just thinking about a bit of length through the neck, so think crown of the head nice and high to sky. So in today's session we'll be going through spinal movements. So there's 4 movements of the spine: forwards, backwards, side and rotation. So today's exercises, we'll be going through those. Some of them we'll put 2 together, and hopefully your spine, your back body will feel a little bit nicer afterwards. So sitting with nice tall spine, softening through the shoulders, thinking of a little bit of lengthening through your neck, crown of the head nice and high. So sitting nice and tall, we're going to start with some just gentle neck stretches. So take a big breath in, and as we breathe out, just gently drop the head to the right side. So thinking right ear towards the right shoulder. Just only go until you feel that stretch, don't go beyond that point. Gently bring it back to center, and then we'll go for the second side. So just waking up those side neck muscles, bringing it back to center. We'll do 1 more each side. See if you can allow your head to just become slightly heavier, and just be mindful that the shoulders don't lift, just allowing the shoulders to be nice and heavy and relaxed. Bring it back to center, and then over to the left side. Again, shoulders nice and heavy. Bringing it back through center. Wonderful. Bringing the chin down towards the chest, so your gaze is down to ground. And then lifting back to center. Chin lifts, gazing high. And then bring it back to center. So when we're gazing high, we don't want to completely drop the head backwards. So we don't want to feel any compression in the neck. We want to keep the neck really happy. So just think of a slight lift of the chin just to get that lengthening through the front of the neck and sort of opening the throat. So let's go 1 more time. Drawing the chin down towards the chest, your gaze is down. Gently bring it back to center. And again, just think of lightly lifting the chin, gazing high, using your eyes, and then bringing it back to center. Really nice. So from here, we're going to take one hand to the opposite shoulder, other hand, opposite shoulder. So keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. So with the hands here, you can just sort of a little bit of pressure down, just so they're not lifting. So shoulders are nice and heavy here. We take an inhale in the center. We're going to rotate over to the right side as we exhale. Bringing it back to center, so the movements will be quite small here. As we exhale, over and across we go. So just keep going, inhaling to center, exhale, we find that rotation. So with each time, maybe trying to go a little bit further, and just being mindful that the hips or the knees don't wander off with you. So as we twist to the right, just making sure that maybe one knee isn't pushing in front of the other, both knees are staying as they are. Let's do 1 more each side. If you want to, you can add gazing over that back shoulder, maybe to the back wall. And then over and across we go, maybe gazing backwards. Bringing it back to center and relaxing the arms. Great. So that rotation we practice. We're not expecting it to be a huge movement, we're just getting some mobility there. So relaxing the arms, relaxing the shoulders. We're going to try and move the ribs. So rather than rotating around, we're just going to try and move them from side to side. So really just trying to isolate this bit of the body, keeping the hips really still here. So let's send the ribs over to the right side. We bring the ribs back to center. Send the ribs over to the left and back to center. So just really trying to isolate this mid-body. It's a little bit of a brain workout as well, so just isolating here. Just do a few more times. Over and across we go. 1 more each side. So trying to keep the shoulders relaxed, just moving the ribs. Really nice. Bring it back to center. Now we're going to try and make some circles here. So rather than just side to side, we're going to go forward, side, forwards, side, backwards, side. So making a couple of circles one way, and then we'll go the other way round. Again, just trying to keep those shoulders relaxed. We don't want to cause any more tension through the shoulders, so just keep them nice and heavy. And if, as we go through, you feel the shoulders lifting, just give yourself a little wiggle out, let the shoulders drop down. So let's send the ribs over to one side. Let's bring the ribs forwards, over to the other side, move them back towards the back of your chair, and then over to the side again. So you can go at this pace nice and slowly and gently. If you'd like to make it a little bit more fluid, just don't stop making those circles. So rather than forwards, backwards, sideways, we're just flowing through those movements. So let's do 3 one way, and then we'll go 3 the other way. So going side, backwards, side, forwards, or again, you can make a little bit more fluid in making those circles. Making sure the shoulders aren't getting too involved, keeping the shoulders relaxed. And once you've done that 3rd round, bring it back to center, and you might just want to give yourself a little wiggle of your shoulders. Wonderful. So from here, allowing the hands to rest nice and gently on your lap. What we're going to do is just slide the hands forwards towards the knees. Now, as we come forwards slightly to reach the knees, just be mindful that the head will be dropped down. So if you're feeling dizzy, lightheaded, anything like that, just come out, take a few moments. So just be nice and careful, nice and gentle with yourself. So as we slide and have the hands on the fronts of the knees, what we're going to do here is round the back. So at the moment, we've got a nice tall spine, that lovely lengthening. From here, we're going to round the back. So thinking chin to chest, and then belly button to spine, spine to the back of the chair. And all we're going to do is breathe into the back of the ribs here. So what we're trying to do is create this sort of C shape with the spine. What I can do is I'll turn myself sideways so you can see that C shape of the spine. So leaning forwards with length through spine, and then we're going to round the back, chin to chest. Again, just take a few moments to breathe there. So really getting that lovely lengthening through the back body. A little bit of engagement through the front body to create this shape we're in here. And then gently release, bring yourself all the way back up. Perfect. So another way we can do it is do the opposite. So again, sliding the hands forward. So rather than sending the spine backwards, you can do the opposite way. So length through the spine, a little bend through the elbows, and think of lifting the chest, opening the collarbones, and maybe just lifting the chin slightly. So this is our version of a back bend. So remember those 4 movements of the spine: forwards, backwards, side, and rotation. And then gently bring yourself back, relax the arms. Wonderful. From here, we're going to take our side bends. So make sure the feet are flat to the floor, nice tall spine. So when we side bend, we don't side bend a lot in sort of day to day. So our side body does get quite tight. So if you are feeling it's tight, that's good because we can stretch it out. Relax the arms, take a big inhale, really fill the ribs. And as we exhale, just gently slide the right hand down. Almost as if you're trying to reach for the floor, but it's a little bit far away here. And we should be feeling this lovely lengthening through the opposite side. Gently press down into your feet as you come back to center. And we'll go second side. So sliding the hand down just until you feel this lovely lengthening through the right side. Take a moment there. Press down into your feet, slowly come back up. Let's do 1 more each side. So second time, you can always go possibly a little bit further. So breathing into that side ribs, press down through your feet and slowly come back up. Last time, reaching down, lengthening through the side of the body. Just be mindful the shoulders aren't rolling forwards, just slightly pull the shoulder backwards, press into your feet and come all the way back up. Wonderful. We're going to finish with a big breath together, reaching both arms out to the side. Bring the arms all the way up, your inhale. And as you exhale, just soften the arms all the way down. Let's take 2 more. Inhale, arms out to the side, all the way up, reaching up, lifting and lengthening. Exhale, soften and release. 1 more time. Can you make your movements bigger? Inhale. And exhale, arms heavy. Wonderful. So thank you so much for joining me for our spinal movements today. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more open, a little bit more mobile. Thank you so much for joining me.